Hi students, welcome to online class. In this video, we are going to discuss about chapter 14, classes and objects. See, now we are going to discuss about the declaration and definition of the constructor. See, in the previous video, we have discussed about the introduction to constructor. So, the class object cannot be initialized. The class object cannot be initialized by itself. The class object should be initialized only by a special member function called constructor. Can you understand, students? The class object cannot be initialized like array or structure. The class object can be only initialized by the special member function called constructor. We have discussed like that. Now in this video, we are going to discuss about how to declare and define the constructor. How to declare and define the constructor, and then what are the functions of constructor. What are the functions of constructor, how the constructor is going to work, or what are the operations it can perform. What are the operations it can perform? We are going to discuss in this video. Can you understand, students? So, when an instance of the class comes into a scope, a special member function called constructor gets executed. See, when the object, instance means it is otherwise called as object. When an object of the class comes into the scope, that is, when the object is getting inside the class. When the object is getting inside the class. A simple example, whenever the teacher comes into the class, what the students they will do? They just stand up and then they will say good morning, good afternoon, like that. So, when the object comes into the class, when an object comes into the class, the special member function called constructor gets executed in an automatic manner. Can you understand, students? Whenever the object of the class, object means instance, whenever the object of the class or instance of the class comes into the scope, that is comes into the class scope. So that is what they are saying, comes into the scope. Comes into the class scope, a special member function is executed, gets executed. That special member function is called constructor. Then why they are saying constructor is a special member function? Can you say, students? Why they are saying constructor is a special member function means because the constructor function name and the class name are same. See here, the constructor function name has the same name as the class name. The constructor function name, that is constructor member function name, has the same name as the class name. So class name and the member function name will be same. From that we can understand that member function is a constructor. Whenever the class name and the member function name are same, then we can say that is called constructor. Then the constructors return nothing. The constructors return nothing. That means there is no data type for constructor. Can you understand, students? There is no data type for constructor. So that's why they are saying constructors return nothing. The constructors return nothing. Can you understand, students? So whenever the object comes into the class, a special member function gets executed. That is called constructor. The constructor is a special member function because it carries the same name as the class name. The constructor function name has the same name as the class name. And then the constructor is not going to return anything. The constructor is not going to return anything. Why? It does not have any data type. It does not have any data type. So the constructors return nothing. See here, constructor are not associated with any data type. So that's why it is returning nothing. The constructor is not associated with any data type. So it is going to return nothing. It is not associated with any data type, integer, float, void, like that. There is no data type is for constructor. So it is not going to return nothing. Constructor can be defined either inside the class or outside the class. So the constructor can be defined inside as well as outside. Whatever the choice we like, we can choose. Can you understand, students? Right, let us see the example. When you see the example, then you can understand. So what is constructor? So hash include IO stream using namespace std. Then after that, class sample. So from this, what can you understand? Class is a keyword, sample is a class name. Sample is the class name. Then int I comma j. So int ij are the data numbers. Int I comma j are the data numbers that comes under private. Int I comma j is the data number that comes under private. Then in the public, they have specified int k. Say k is also another data number that comes under public. Can you understand, students? Sample is a class name. Int I comma j are the data numbers that comes under private. Then int k is another data number that comes under public access specifier. Now see, they are creating the constructor sample. So class name and the member function name. See the parenthesis. Sample, open parenthesis, close parenthesis. Open parenthesis, close parenthesis. So sample is a constructor, and then they have initialized I equal to j equal to k equal to 0. So inside the constructor, they are initializing 0 for the data members. Can you see, students? Sample is a constructor. Inside the constructor, I equal to j equal to k equal to 0. So I, j, k, all are data numbers. All the data numbers are initialized with 0. All the data numbers are initialized with 0. So constructor is defined inside the class. Constructor is defined inside the class. Can you understand, students? Right. Now we are going to see functions of constructor. What are the functions the constructor will perform? What are the functions the constructor will perform? As we know now that constructor is a special initialization member function of a class. So we know that it is a special member function, and then it is used to initialize the class object. It is used to initialize the class object. So that is called automatically whenever instance of the class is declared or created. So whenever the object of the class is declared or created, then automatically constructor is executed. Can you understand, students? So again they are saying the same thing. Whenever the object is created, then automatically, a special member function called constructor gets executed in an automatic manner. Right. Now we are going to see the main functions of constructor. What are the main functions of constructor? What are the main operations the constructor is going to perform? So there are two operations are there, the main two operations which is performed by the constructor. First operation is to allocate the memory space to the object. So the object memory space is allocated only by the constructor. Whenever we declare the object, the memory space is not allocated by the compiler. Whenever we declare the object, the memory space is not allocated by the compiler. The constructor is used to allocate the memory space for the object. Can you understand, students? For example, we are creating the class sample. We are creating the class sample. We are creating the object called S. So sample S. Here S is called the object, sample is called the class. Whenever we declare the object, the memory space is not allocated. Whenever we declare the object, the memory space is not allocated. The memory space is allocated only by the constructor. Can you understand, students? And then to initialize the data member, so the data members are initialized only through the constructor. The data members are initialized only through the constructor. We have discussed in the previous example. See the previous example. Here this is called the constructor. Sample is called the constructor. Inside the constructor only I equal to j equal to k equal to 0. So inside the constructor, data members I, j, k all are initialized together. Inside the constructor only, all the data members I, j, k all are initialized to 0. All are initialized to 0. You cannot give some other values, 1, 2, 3, like that you cannot give any other value. We can initialize all the data members to 0. So that is the initialization that can be done inside the constructor. Can you understand, students? The constructor is able to initialize the data members. The constructor is able to initialize the data members. No other initialization is permitted except 0. No other initialization is allowed or permitted except 0. The data members can be initialized only to 0. See here. So to allocate the memory space to the object, the memory space is allocated only by the constructor for the object, and then the initialization to initialize the data member of the class object. The data member of the class is initialized only by the constructor. Then there is an alternate way. There is an alternate way to initialize the class object, but in that case we have to explicitly call the member function. See, these things are implicit. We are initializing the class object. We are initializing the class object, that is implicit way. But we can also do the same thing in an explicit manner through the member function. But in that case we have to explicitly call the member function. See, constructor is invoked in an automatic manner. We are not calling the constructor like an ordinary member function. Can you understand, students? The constructor is not invoked. The constructor is not invoked in an explicit manner. The constructor is automatically invoked. Invoked means called. The constructor is called in an automatic manner. But whenever we want to initialize the class object, the alternate way, we can call the member function in an explicit manner. Can you understand, students? So that constructor is different, parameterized constructor. That constructor is parameterized constructor. We will discuss that next in the next video. Can you understand, students? So we have discussed about what is meant by constructor. So constructor is a special member function that carries the same name as the class name. It does not return anything. It is not associated with any data type. So constructor is called the special member function. So in these ways only the constructor is called the special member function. And then what is the main function of the constructor? The main function of the constructor is to allocate the memory space for the object. Memory space is only allocated by the object. Constructor only allocates the memory space for the object. And then it is used to initialize the data member. It is used to initialize the data member for the class object. So I hope you might have understood this video. So let's end the class. So thank you students.